How you doing, everybody, and welcome back to Dicey Decisions, where we roll dice, spin stories, and play some... I know it has been a while. Thank you all so much for waiting. We are coming back stronger than ever. Actually, our Dicey Spotlight this week, and probably for the next couple of weeks, is going to be a little YouTube channel called Dicey Decisions. That's right, we have moved to our own YouTube channel away from my own personal one because, number one, I want the show itself to be kind of a self-contained thing, and also, we're starting to consider putting out, different kinds of content, different things that, are not specifically my bag or things that might be headed by other members of the cast, and so I kind of wanted to take the reins a little bit away from myself and move them towards the group as a whole. So, please consider subscribing to Dicey Decisions, the YouTube channel. It has all the same logos and stuff like that. The link is down below in the description if you are listening to this on, a podcast or something like that. So check that out. It's great. I don't have anything else to say. So without any further ado, please enjoy this episode of Dicey Decisions. We all know what happened last time. So, we, just to reset the scene, in the city of Little Lugvault, on the opposite side of the river of the ancient, elven city of Lugvault, is a bustling, used to be very famous trade port that has kind of slowly gone into a mild decline over the years. They do not even raise the bridge that crosses the 500 feet at its thinnest stretch of river that is a tributary to the Dothar, but they don't even raise the bridge anymore because there's no reason for anyone to pass through. However, you all have come here to kind of do threefold kind of goals. Number one is to pass through, so you may get through the scale swamps and eventually to the Scorch, the great desert that dominates kind of the northeast of Decon Vel, where you believe that the star fell from the sky. the other two are Helga has people, apparently, that live here, actually in Greater Lugvault, not Little Lugvault. And Finnan has this long stretching goal of starting a business here, which he has decided to name the Mudcat Cafe.
Oh, no. The business here in Little Lugvault is just a stepping stone.
Ah.
Not to the
He
larger
has grand
If we
master
did-
plans.
If we make our way into Lugvault proper, we might franchise it out.
Very nice.
Starhucks. That being said, as Finnan begins to describe his plan to you all over breakfast, we kind of zoom in on the Spine's Respite, an inn and spa combination, rather ritzy place that you guys can now afford due to your recent successes as the Lightning Vars.
Also, I have like a ridiculous amount of platinum still.
You do. Got a lot of cash on you. It'd be a shame if you got pickpocketed.
We have friends in high places and we don't even acknowledge it.
You've got friends in low places.
No country on this podcast.
That being said, Eldritch Blast. That being said, Lightning Vars, as you are having yourself some breakfast and hating my accent, what is it that you are doing with your day?
Finnan is going to scout out, probably speak specifically to the leader of the Talons, the Blue Talons.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember her name now.
She is known as Kay the Kind. You don't know if that's a
That's right.
misnomer or not.
So far, she's been pretty nice. So yeah, he's going to speak with her to figure out, what locations are available to him. And then his next focus after that is getting all of the materials together.
All right. So while Finnan is doing that, we'll have a scene for Finnan. Tiff, you were gonna say something?
I don't really have anything planned. I was going to say that Soot, I was gonna say that Soot was going to look to Finnan, hold up a sign that says chore. Yeah. Needed anything done in the meanwhile?
I'm thinking. What could I have you do, Soot?
Because if not, he was also he also
Gonna
scribbled
find trouble to be in.
Maybe. No. Underneath the word chore, he scribbles underneath check on ship as like a second idea for the day.
That's not a bad idea. Going and checking in on the ship might not be a bad idea.
Sure. So it can go check on the ship. Are Katrina and Helga going to have their spa day?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, that one will be the shortest. So we'll start with that one. Katrina and Helga, you do step over to the wall that is kind of behind the central circular desk where Cole is dutifully pecking at some crackers.
Good bird.
Through a pair of swinging double doors into a very steamy, it's almost like half the building is like this multi-story spa. On the bottom there's like several think like Spirited Away, where there's like partitions separating a bunch of large like hot baths that seem to be heated from beneath by a combination of maybe some arcane boiler perhaps, or maybe even natural springs here in the swamp. You don't know, but it smells very much like a hot spring in here, so you probably assume it is the latter. There are some people already kind of lounging in there. Most people are walking around kind of in the nude. It does not appear that there is any stigma against that here in this building. But you see up on a second level, there's like a series of separate rooms where people are like talking to massage therapists, and there's like people getting mud baths, and like it's just every luxury you could possibly imagine.
Nice.
There's even like a bucket of leeches in the corner if you're feeling spicy.
Spicy. That's one way to
That
say
being
that.
said,
I feel like that would suck.
Are the leeches spicy? Are they for eating? Are they spicy leech?
no, they're not spicy leeches. They're for sucking. So while the two of you determine whether or not you want to suck some leeches, we pan the camera all the way down to the docks, where Soot has arrived at the Starcatcher. Britha is up already. The sun is the sun's been up for a couple hours now, and Britha's already ordering around the little drones, Artur's drones, just kind of around the ship. She is just like running. It appears that she's running them through the motions, like getting ready for like, hopefully we can cast off at a moment's notice, kind of a thing. And she turns around and sees you. Oi, morning.
Blessed be the day. I wave. I also hold up a little satchel of ground up coffee beans to her.
Well, thanks. She like takes it, like kind of sniffs at it. This for chewing?
I pause for a second and I nod.
You see her, she takes a pinch out, sniffs it again, and like puts it kind of in her lower lip. Kind of chews on it for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of, not
Soften
bad.
coffee.
Spits.
Soften coffee.
Wait, coffee?
Mm,
It's not for...
duh.
just wasted. Like, okay. And she like actually puts the rest of it in her like side bag that she keeps on her belt. Well, do something for you.
Oh. I look around the ship and I just how be's the day?
I mean, there's not much to say. Can't really cast off until they say they can open the bridge for us, or we'll be a lot shorter if we try to pass. That's about it. Just I'm hoping the rest of you can figure stuff out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wait here for the representatives to come back from the governor to tell us we can pass.
Representatives? And Soot cocks his
Yeah,
head.
you know, people who represent the greater city of Lugvolt, the governor. I had to file some paperwork so they'd open the bridge for us, let us through into the rest of the tributary, but pretty much going to be another 6 days. Yeah, 6, 7, 7 days. Oh gosh, gods.
I see. Southland coffee. Help.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help with that. I mean, I don't think it's going to pass the time much faster, but it'll give me something to do.
You help. If you like.
I don't.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and roll a. I was gonna say cuteness check. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Cuteness check. That's funny. Could it be charisma? No, I'll do persuasion.
Persuasion's a charisma-based check, right?
Oh wait, no. Okay, I'll just do persuasion. 15.
15.
Yeah.
Britha kind of sighs, and it has this. You haven't. She doesn't speak very like long. Like a lot of her sentences are clipped, but like you notice there's like this kind of an electronic warble to her voice when it's longer, kind of like auto tune with that sigh. So it's more like kind of a sound. It's very unpleasant on the ears.
You have the means to do.
If I do the auto-tune, it's gonna do this.
Oh my god. Why don't you do that more then?
She says, "All right, let's get going. What do you need help with?"
I mean, you can mess with the settings to make it less that.
I don't mind it. It's not the worst in the world. Get rid of that delay. There we go. All right. We're just gonna play test this. Right. I'll help. What do you need?
I don't know.
Does Soot even know what help is needed?
And we'll cut back to... Unless you had an idea.
Soot was going to, you come strong, da? Help lift.
She, like, looks down at, like, her one, like, jacked robotic arm, that, like, definitely would give Gerg a run for his money in terms of, like,
really,
raw.
really nodding. Like, really, really nodding.
She says,
Yeah, right. I'll help. Sure. Let's go.
And we'll end that little scene. So as Finnan, you kind of everyone kind of goes off to do their own thing. Gerg and Oran go out to just enjoy themselves in the still constantly bustling crowd in the North Road. Just constant Mardi Gras, basically. You make your way down to the corner where you re-enter the headquarters of the Blue Talon and are easily allowed up to Kay's office. Knock on the door.
And I've brought Kay some of the coffee.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Already brewed, or just you
yeah.
have some of the coffee bean? Okay, yeah.
Already brewed, and I brought a little sachet of the coffee beans.
Very nice, very nice. Door opens, and Kay stands up from the desk again, dressed rather the same. Hair a little more unkempt. It seems that maybe had a late night or an early morning. Can't quite tell, but Kay turns to you and says, "Oh, hi. Nice to see you again. So
Good to see you too, Kay.
So what's the plan? You look like a man with a plan."
I mean, I always am a man with a plan, and a man with a plan, and plan's the man. He doesn't actually say any of that. That was me just going a little too far with a joke.
I can't quite stand too many man with a plan, as long as his hands remain where they can. What?
Neither of these jokes were good.
Neither of these are... I'm keeping them both in, though, because we're going to suffer.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Yeah, I do actually, I do have a plan, and I brought you a little, I guess we could call it a bargaining chip, but it's also an example.
Uh-huh.
And he brings over the mug of coffee.
Ah, yes, and she takes a snip at it, swirls it almost like it's a wine, and then takes a sip, kind of makes a face. A little bitter. People are crazy about this?
You should have seen down in the white market yesterday.
I mean, if you brought it, I'll believe that people were going nuts for it.
I didn't actually. There was a gentleman who said that he bought it off of some ship that was that was left here.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
And he didn't really know what he had, because he was making it in the most basic way possible. Just hot water, overground, nothing. But I'm telling you, Kay, this stuff is magical.
Yeah, and like you see her hands kind of like shaking just a little bit. Yeah, magical. That's the word for it.
That's a bit of a stronger brew. I'm still learning it myself, but that's my idea.
So you're gonna set up a little venue.
Serve this up in as many ways as I've been able to figure out, and I'm gonna acquire some machinery. Basically, I just need a way to steam liquids. And we are gonna set up a little coffee shop, a little cafe.
That sounds rather nice. You might actually be in luck, actually. I do believe that you did say you bought it off of a ship that was pretty much just sold to rights. That does happen quite often around here. People reach the end of the line, they're down on some money, and sell everything on board. I do believe that actually happened with another ship from the Southlands not too long ago. There might be some... I know there was quite a bit of strange metallic machinery that was kind of being passed around the market. Not many people seemed interested. You might have some luck there.
That sounds exactly what I'm looking for.
Excellent. Now, let's talk money.
Money.
You are more than welcome to choose any empty venue, as long as you clear it with us to make sure it's actually empty, no squatters. You're welcome to check out any venue. You're welcome to advertise how you wish. Word of mouth, I always would suggest. Word gets around here quite quickly. However, any monetary transactions that do take place, there is a 30% tax that is owed to the Blue Talon.
30%. Huh. 30%. Non-negotiable?
Depends on how charming you are. She gives you a look.
Well, when you put it like that...
Throws his leg up on the table, shows his fishnets. Nope, just me.
Oh my god.
I mean, he would have to throw his whole self up first and then leg.
I'm just imagining him slowly pulling up the pant leg.
I'm imagining Patrick Star version of the fishnet leg. Just like really
Massive.
tiny fit in and then really long legs.
It just zooms out.
So you need to draw this now, Tiff.
Oh, fuck yes.
God, pay me money.
Okay.
Maybe actually. Hold on. Maybe I'll do it. For free. It's funny enough that I might just do it.
So what he actually does is he kind of takes a step back, kind of rubs his chin for a second, and then kind of says, well, I'll put it to you this way. I will gladly give 20% to the Talon. In exchange, you and yours, not a copper given.
Kay understands, but Mike doesn't. What?
They don't have to
not
pay
a
for
copper
coffee,
given?
I'm assuming.
Nobody that is part of the Blue Talon has to pay.
How much are you charging for a cuppa, as it were?
Well, I'm thinking on a couple of different offers, you know.
Hmm.
So, what you just drank, that's pretty basic stuff. That's only going to be a couple of copper. If we want to go a little bit fancier, you know, add a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar.
It's fancy.
Steam that milk, make it, you know, nice and frothy, get a nice creamy texture to it. That's going to be a couple of silver instead.
Roll a. Roll a persuasion check. Yeah. Roll a persuasion check, but you can use your intelligence modifier instead if you choose. I think your charisma's higher though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I was thinking like
Let's-
businessman kind of stuff. Roll for business.
It's funny. His intelligence is 10.
God. Dumb luck.
I mean, to be fair, 10 is average. It's not dumb, it's just not super smart.
Yeah, it's like, you know, GED. That's
Which
about
is
it.
honestly all you really need for a startup business.
Oh,
It's just
Okay,
a fuckload of LLCs.
that's a 13
A 13?
total.
I didn't actually set the DC in my head, so I'm gonna roll.
Nat 20.
Kay says, Kay kind of sips the coffee, makes that bitter face again, goes, I do appreciate your offer, but you're gonna have to do just a little better than that to make me interested. I would say 25%.
Bring out the leg.
And
Show me
Who said
some
that?
games. God.
I would say 25% and the free drinks would be a fair deal, in my mind. I can hear him thinking.
This is so much thinking. I would disagree. I don't know
Excuse me.
what's going on. I am glad I am not playing a businessman. Business is a
No, just a
smart thing.
fucking priest of maybe a cult.
I'm a choir. boy.
Are we really still going with maybe?
Yeah.
What is a cult, really?
What soot's in? That's a cult.
Yeah.
What's it?
It's probably a cult.
Have you ever heard of the Catholic Church?
Well,
That's
here's
hard.
a dictionary definition of a cult. A system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. So technically speaking,
All
Catholic
religion
Church.
is a fucking... Okay.
everything's a cult.
Everything's a cult.
Everything's a cult when you believe in nothing. All
Okay,
right.
so
I
what
think
about-
Troy has a plan now.
Yes. So, Finnan takes a moment. Alright, so free drinks, that honestly was gonna be a thing before we even talked about taxes. You guys have been instrumental to set here, and I'm not about to let that go without being thanked. I'll go to 25, but I need you or one of yours. I don't know, obviously I haven't been here very long, if any of your people, or if you have any contact inside the walls. What I would like is I'm going to spread word of mouth here in Little Log Vault, but I want to see if we can get any sort of word over to Lug Vault proper.
I do have some strings I can pull. All right. So, free drinks, 25% of all profits, monetary. You can keep any bartering, but I'm not sure what could be bartered for a drink. And I can pull some strings to see about maybe catching a few more of the pointy ears inside of the walls.
Would be very much appreciated, Kay.
She sticks out her hand.
Finnan shakes.
Roll a dexterity. No. All right.
That is a
A billion, probably.
maybe not quite as much. Dexterity saving throw, that would make that a 22.
That's still pretty damn good, if that wasn't very good in your eyes.
It was a 14, but I forgot that I have a +8 to dexterity saving throws.
Jesus.
Try and fucking hit me.
Rogues, man.
Rogues, man. All right. Yeah. So you make that deal.
And Finnan just says, before I go, are there any bakeries in Little Log Vault?
There's a couple of bakeries. More established ones are going to be here in the business district. Just kind of walk around the central fountain, really, and you'll probably find one. There's about 3 or 4.
I was going to say, do you have a personal favorite?
I do not. I have to keep my figure.
Don't think it would take much. You have quite the figure.
We already have our deal, Mr. Half Stout. No need to flatter.
Flattery implies lying.
Wow.
Roll just a general. Damn.
He's flirting. He's flirting.
Roll a general charisma check.
Get that 30%.
Because I don't know if you're lying or not.
Get that 30% down to 20. 25 to 20.
That is an 18 total.
She is, half elf, descended from river elves, but you could swear she gets just a little bit redder.
And Finnan just says, I'll let you know as soon as we're ready to open.
Oh, if you do a good job, we'll know as soon as you open anyway.
Yes, but I'll send after you personally.
Oh my.
And he just walks out.
Finnan gon' get it.
She is
He
like
don't have to stand on a
so
stool, but
much
he gon'
taller
get
than
it.
him. No, he's right at the perfect height though.
Ah!
You did this. Was he just like going for brownie points, or was he like actually flirting?
Little column A, little column B.
Wow. Finnan go get it.
He hasn't gotten the chance to really be in his like full-on business persona in a while.
All right, so that's the end of that scene.
Sorry.
Though it's about midday by this point, as you all have Katrina and Helga. You come out of the spa, Crumpet just angry and moist. The two of you.
No, come on. He's had time to dry off.
He would not let you fucking brush him. Actually, roll a contested. I'm gonna say roll an athletics check versus his acrobatics. I'm gonna roll for his acrobatics.
Not animal handling here.
Nope.
There is no handling to be had here. This is pure strength.
Athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh shit. Well, he rolled a 2. So, there's a very angry, very clean Crumpet upon your shoulder as you step
smells
out.
like lavender.
Oh yes, both of you have towels around your hair, and like your nails are like perfectly done. Katrina has like little flames in fingernail polish on hers. I don't know. Y'all can. How was your spa day? You tell me.
I feel like Helga would get her nails done, but just like more like buff.
Just buff them up,
out,
make them
like,
shiny. Yeah.
nicely. Nope. No polish needed.
Get the nasty out from underneath them, all that.
Yeah, really. She's like, wow, I forgot what color my fingernails were.
Cat would have gotten her feet like totally scrubbed down, like pumice stone, like super soft, and also would have gone straight for the mud bath. Well, she would have gone mud bath, then like all the scrub and everything. Like she got dirty.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and if they had a hot stone treatment, she would have been all over that shit. And then she would have topped it off with a seaweed wrap because it reminds her of home.
Very well.
Helga will also go for a seaweed wrap, but then probably try to like eat some of the seaweed off of her.
It's kind of salty.
Just how I like it.
So yeah, the two of you come out feeling so refreshed. It is a little after midday. Soot would know it's about 2 in the afternoon as Soot gets back to the hotel, with Britha in tow. She's walking behind you with her metallic legs, ka-chunk, 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 like staring down anyone who gives her a look, in the on the streets. We can say the rest of the day is yours. What other preparations would you all like to make?
Yeah, Finnan ended up back there, correct?
Sure.
You just didn't mention him, so I was just like...
Yeah, I didn't know if you had something else you wanted to do beforehand, but I figured it's just like, yeah, everyone's back, sure, fuck it.
Yeah, reconvene for lunch.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Nice late lunch.
Finnan turns back up to the hotel with holding a fairly large cruller. Oh, hey guys, I didn't expect to see everybody back so soon. What did you all do with your mornings?
I pull up Bertha and I say, "Here to help."
Aww.
Finnan looks over at Bertha and just... You see him... He stops for a moment, just like, oh, okay, that's... But then a light bulb clicks in his head.
Mm-hmm.
Britha, you're here to help, Soot says?
Da.
Da.
So, I might have a very specific job for you.
Spectacular.
You know a lot about machines, right?
Ouch.
I know about myself. I picked up a few things from Artur, but the mistress was pretty hush-hush. I pretty much only know about my own self, so I can perform repairs on the road if necessary.
That's entirely fair, and I apologize if that was presumptuous of me.
I am half metal, so it's a safe assumption.
But what I'm looking for is, I was told there might be some machinery we can acquire for this venture of ours. Something to make our coffee a little fancier.
Mm.
Fancy coffee.
Fancy how?
So,
She's intrigued now.
so it's a thing to we're gonna add milk to it. First off, it's gonna smooth out the flavor some. It's not gonna have quite such a bite.
Kind of like the bite.
Some people do, some people don't.
Some people like biting.
It's true, some people do.
Helga's like, I like biting. Takes a bite of meat.
Our point exactly. But what we'll do is we'll take cream or milk or something else of that nature, and we put a lot of heat into it. And by doing that, we create bubbles almost, and it creates an almost creamy texture to it that adds to the coffee.
You see Bertha kind of like, as you're talking about adding heat to it, kind of like looks at her one arm, and you watch as the hand kind of expands from the middle of the palm, and then a little metal pipe sticks out from the middle, and then there's just little like a 3-foot-long jet of flame shoots out from her forearm.
Oh my god.
Is that controllable?
She's got a flamethrower.
Not particularly.
All right, so we'll use that for the most showy bits. But
Right. Couldn't you just grab a boiler or something?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just a very small boiler that we can perhaps have some sort of like a small pipe sticking out of that we basically will put a pitcher into.
The mistress always had a few steam-based devices from, I guess, a colleague or some sorts in the Southlands. I guess they use a lot of hot water to power things there. Don't know how it works, but I'm sure someplace weird like this might have maybe some leftover bits and pieces you could slap together.
Considering I was told that some machinery from the Southlands has recently turned up, I'd say fate is smiling on us. Britha, will you accompany me to acquire these machines?
Yeah, sure, why not? As long as it's okay with you.
And she's looking at you, Soot.
Soot nods solemnly. I give my
Wait,
permission.
Soot, when did you become the boss?
So that's always
So
been
it's
the
always been the boss.
So it's always the boss.
I only have one boss.
And
Bertha
Soot,
actually
like,
kind of bristles at that.
And is there a map somewhere of Little Log Vault? Like
Yes.
somewhere visible?
Like in game?
Yes.
You could request at the desk, perhaps, and inquire for one. You walk up and Cole is there chewing on now some seeds that appear to have just been left there by someone at some point during the day.
It's a tip.
Could I request possibly a map of Little Log Vault?
Well, let me see if I have anything of that sort.
Oh.
And Cole kind of like looks around again, kind of sticks his head under his wing. Oh yeah, sorry, one moment, and kind of flaps down behind the desk, and then comes back up with a folded sheaf of parchment. It's like, here you go, and it's basically this map that you see here on Roll20.
Finnan tears off a piece of the cruller and puts it in front of Cole's perch.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
And starts pecking at it.
Finnan just quietly walks away and gets back to the table, unfurls the map, and says, "So, I was told about a couple of different places that we could set this place up. I think I want to set up closest to Lug Vault. I'm thinking we set up nearest to Lug Vault, gives us the best chance of spreading the word that way."
Oran kind of nods and says, "That might work out pretty well for everyone involved. As far as I know, little bits I've picked up here and there. You know, we haven't just been having a good time. We've been catching up on hearsay. And we've asked around. There are actually quite a few small businesses that do crop up in those buildings, and a number of them do go empty after a bit. It seems like it's a regular place for small startup venues that are there temporarily.
Yes.
Yeah, pop-up.
Perfect. That's exactly what we need. So, what I'm thinking is, I'm gonna go with Britha and acquire these. Try and find a boiler of some kind, and then what say you all give me a little help by spreading the word? Just go explore and talk to people and tell them about the Mudcat Cafe.
Of course. And I do think that we should use, if you're okay with it, Kat turns to Oran and Gerg, You could probably be a selling point. That perturbing declaration is going to be playing at the venue. That might bring a couple of interested folks in. They really seemed to love you the other day.
Probably a few of the older
over
folks
here.
will be interested, but I don't know what kind of
old
crowd you're
people
interested
drink coffee.
in. Yeah, true.
Yeah, tell him.
No, they don't.
My grandma
Tell him-
does. She loves coffee.
Tell him we'll be set to open by morning.
Tomorrow morning. Oh, okay.
That's very quick.
I work
do you
fast.
Do you know anything about preparing coffee? Because I don't know anything about preparing coffee. Am I just taking orders? I'm starting to get a little nervous about this.
It was at this moment Katrina realized.
She fucked up.
In over her head.
I'll do a primer tonight. Meet actually over in that little section of pop-ups at nightfall.
All right. Like, I've had plenty of coffee. It's kind of, it's a thing, but also, like, never made it myself.
Don't worry, we'll work on it.
I guess I'm just gonna be playing babysitter the whole time, I guess. All right. Let's just get going.
All right, off we go.
She kind of stomps out.
She seems cranky.
It's not like she didn't just chew on a mouthful of coffee grounds.
Still trying to get it out of her teeth.
It's the worst to try to get out of your teeth, honestly.
Yeah, she's like, you actually see her kind of picking at her teeth with like a really big fucking knife that she usually carries at her side, but she's like picking at her teeth with it when you step outside the the inn.
Did she eat the beans or is it ground up already?
Ground up.
That's what gave her. Ground up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for being here. Once again, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Dicey Decisions. The link is down in the description below. It has all the same logos, iconography, art. You'll know it when you see it. And keep an eye out for more content coming your way from us. Not just podcast content, but maybe some audio-visual, YouTube videos, things like that. So check that out. And thank you all so much for being here. Please, be safe, share some love, and tell a story. Good night.